Alrighty, let's go over today's price action and today's trading recap. Um, Overall, my bias was more bearish than it was bullish going into today because our external liquidity here, we are in premium. This is discount, this is premium. Uh, Anything above the 50% mark is good shorting territory. So I was thinking shorts this morning based on where we're at in equilibrium. So what I was looking for is some sort of liquidity sweep. Either I wanted London or Asian highs to get taken. So if we go to MES, you can see that we had a sweep. London swept Asians sessions highs. So I'm looking for shorts at this point. So let's get into, also we were creating an SMT divergence from this high to this high. It's a higher high and then a lower high. And then MES had a high here and then a higher high over here. So we had a bearish SMT divergence, and MNQ would be the leading asset. So I'd be looking for shorts on MNQ. I can get rid of this equilibrium now. So because we swept Asia session highs on MES, but we didn't on MNQ, that's an SMT divergence. So I'm looking for shorts because I'm short biased. We're in this huge bearish 4-hour fair value gap. And so yeah, I'm looking for shorts. So let's go ahead and push play on the day and fast forward to where I took a trade. I'm looking for shorts on MNQ. Yes, that's correct. Okay. Then we had all these draws on liquidity here. We had one here. We have one here. So there's our draws on liquidity. Now I can remove now I can remove this indicator that I made. The indicator, all it does is highlight the future sessions. So yellow would be Asia session, green would be London session, and red is New York. So it looks like we just opened up. We had a massive, here I'll put this on too. This just shows the end of the gray box is the start of the New York Open. So this is Asia session, this is London session. So now we're in New York session. It's another indicator I made just to kind of like highlight where we're at. So what I'm looking for here is I see we opened up in the morning and we dumped and we created this bearish 5-minute fair value gap. But on MES, looks like MES looks like it dumped as well, and it's now also trading back into this fair value gap. Okay, so what I'm looking for more or less is just a reaction inside of this fair value gap. Maybe pull back to equilibrium, which we're at right now, and respect this bearish fair value gap. Sorry if you guys can hear the construction going on outside. These guys are just, they've been going for about a year now. But anyway, so the leading asset is MNQ, and And let's make sure that's still right. Looks correct. Oh, that's an alert. Looks like MES took out all these low resistance draws on liquidity, took out that one, and it took out this one as well. So that could be a sweep down, then a sweep up. But based on where we are in the chart, I'm leaning more bearish than I am bullish, and I would be targeting some more of these low resistance draws on liquidity, like that one and this one. So I'm waiting for a pullback and then a reaction off of this fair value gap to have a move down. But we're on MES. I need MNQ. Okay. So let's see what happens here. Okay, we respected that gap, and let's head to the 1 minute. So on the 1 minute, where are we? Okay, the price is just opened up here. It came down, took out all these low resistance draws on liquidity and swept them, but I see it respect this 5 minute fair value gap and then disrespect some of these bullish fair value gaps. So this is actually where I entered, was on this candle here. So I went short here. I put my stop just above um, the fair value gap in the swing high. And then I targeted a 1-to-1. And yeah, this is where I entered this morning on my first trade, based on respecting this 5 minute fair value gap. That is right here. Put 5M. Okay, so we came up, we respected this 5 minute fair value gap. We came down, we had a change in the state of delivery, and we disrespected and inversed all of these fair value gaps. At this point, I enter short. And yeah, that's the logic behind the trade. Unfortunately, this trade didn't work out. So let's go ahead and push play. Immediately, it went against me and then started to consolidate. And then it's just sitting here chopping around. Today's price action is just ridiculous because, I mean, look at the morning. In the morning, price starts dumping on MNQ right here. Just starts dumping. And then on MES, it's bullish. So they're moving in two different directions, and it was just super confusing day. But anyways, let's get back to the chart here. I can remove this 5 minute fair value gap. Let's get rid of that and just focus on price action. So yeah, as you can see, it came up and chopped around some more and then eventually came and tagged me out. This was a, let's see, 132 times 2 is 200, and it was a $240 loss. I think my stop was actually right here. So yeah, it was a 240 something dollar loss. I forget. I'll take you guys to TradeZella after this so we can see the trade. Okay, now that's the first trade. The second trade that I took was at, let me check. I took the second trade at 850. So 9, 10, 8. So in a couple minutes actually. And I did it on M and Q as well. Trying to remember what my logic was jumping into this. Oh, I think what happened was, yeah, we swept this high we swept all these low resistance draws on liquidity up here and then started to rotate down. And we have this SMT divergence still, from 8:30 high down to 11 a.m. That's obviously a high, then a lower high. And then on MES, 8:30 a.m. to 11 o'clock, that is a clear high and then a higher high. So we had an SMT divergence going on here. Let me remove this, and we swept these highs. So if we can get a rotation down, I would be willing to try another short on MNQ, sorry. So what I'm looking for here is more or less just 1 minute structure to break past the change in the state of delivery. So past that, as well as these fair value gaps to get ran through and inversed. So let's push play and see exactly where I entered. That one just got disrespected, and then that one just got disrespected. I believe this is where I entered. Yes, it is. Okay, so I shorted here, and I believe my stop was right here, and I aimed for a 1-to-1. So that was the idea behind this trade. Let me remove this. And this one also lost, unfortunately. I think I should have waited for the change in the state of delivery. Let's see what happened here. But I entered based off of the fair value gaps being ran through. Let me remove those, make it clean. Let's see what happens. So yeah, this candle, if I were to enter there, that would have been at the change in the state of delivery. And then aim for, I believe I might have actually waited for that, entered on that spot. Let me double check. I might have waited for the change in the state. Let me see where I entered here. 24, 797, 797. Yeah, I actually entered here after we inversed those gaps. 24, where did I enter? 706, 24, 797. Okay, right here. And I believe I entered here because, yeah, we inverse this gap. So after we inverse these bullish fair value gaps, this is where I entered on the second trade. And I was just targeting some of these low resistance draws on liquidity. But I just put my TP to 1-to-1. And I was planning on dynamically moving my stop loss 25% as structure confirmed to bullish, but we never really got that. It just immediately kind of moved against me and then chopped around. And yeah, I mean, this is just the extent of this trade as well. So just chopped around and then, yeah, came up and tagged me out. So there was a 2 loss on the day. I think the total for today was $411 red. So let me take you guys over to TradeZella where we can see the trades. Let's see, TradeZella. Okay, here it is. So yeah, I took 2 trades today on MNQ, both selling short. And yeah, 2 trades, $411 loss. But yeah, I don't know that there's much else to say. It is what it is. I mean, price action was extremely confusing today. I didn't really know which direction price wanted to go. I mean, it was just volatile. and confusing. Um, so yeah, I entered a trade based on, obviously this bleeding and then coming back to these fair value gaps and respecting it, and this is where I entered. I don't think that I entered a bad trade. I think everything that I did was part of my plan. Sometimes trades just don't work out, and that's just the reality of it. And I have a two trade rule on the day. So if I trade one and win, and then trade the next and lose, whatever, it's just two trades max. And so I had the ability to take two trades today. I saw two opportunities, and unfortunately, I lost two times. But that's fine. You live. You you win some, you lose some. But yeah, that's it. Just wanted to take you guys through the trading recap and what I did today, as well as what I learned. And we'll just get them tomorrow. That's all we can do. So I will post another video tomorrow, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.